He missed out on one extremely powerful way of disrupting the circadian cycle, which a lot of us do, and which you will never hear anywhere except for in divine scripture, in the Baha'i writings, in the Tablet of Medicine, also known as Lohitib. You have to understand that the divine manifestations of God, the divine prophets of God, Abraham, Moses, Krishna, Zoroaster, Buddha, Christ, Muhammad, the Bab, Baha'u'llah, etc., they are divine educators. They have access to this innate knowledge, this superhuman knowledge, which they share with us to guide us and protect humanity. And then throughout the centuries and ages, eventually science catches up and we can better explain why they recommended what they did. But basically, what am I talking about? I'm talking about eating a light breakfast. Eating a light breakfast is essential if you want to remain healthy, if you want to return to health, if you want to extend your life. The modern day medical establishment and the modern day nutritionists will tell you that you must eat a heavy, a hearty, a substantial breakfast in the morning because it is the most important meal of the day. You should eat your sausages, hash brown, bacon, pancakes, bananas, yogurt, coffee, etc. Just load up in the morning because it's the most important meal of the day. But when you do this, you are directly interfering with your body's natural detoxification cycle, which takes place between 4 a.m. and noon. And when you wake up, you need to just stimulate, you need to activate it by just eating something very little, not something so huge, because when you do that, all of the energies and focus of the body is going to be redirected towards digestion and dealing with that huge meal, and not towards detoxification. See, when you're sleeping and you wake up from that state of fasting, all you need is something very little to initiate and activate your metabolism and put the detoxification cycle into gear. And by doing this, you tap into purification on a daily basis. This is what the body has been designed to do, to purify itself, to restore its purity levels, to detoxify itself on a daily basis. And it does this in the morning. When you eat a huge meal, you're going to be interfering with that, and toxicity levels will increase in your body, and you won't know why. You're doing everything right, you're eating healthy, you're eating all these supplements, etc., but your toxicity levels are increasing because of this simple behavior, because you're eating heavy meals in the morning and preventing your body's ability from detoxifying itself in the morning, which then leads to increased toxicity, increased acidity, hypoxia, lower oxygen levels, increased mutations, etc., etc. They say, Nabil, I'm good, because I don't eat breakfast at all. I just skip it. I have no appetite. This isn't good either, because if that was the case, we would have been told in divine scripture that just skip breakfast altogether. And a lot of people, they don't have an appetite, and they would have no problems. But the key thing, the magical thing is, when in divine scripture he says, a little in the morning is as a light to the body. In my opinion, what that means is when you eat something little, it illuminates the body. Again, because it activates the purification cycle and allows for the purification cycle to take place. You don't interfere with it, and you basically maintain your purity. You can maintain your purity and not become toxic, acidic, and inflamed and breed all kinds of diseases. So I thought I'd share that with you guys. It is super important. It's one of the most valuable life hacks, which it seems insignificant, but it has such a huge compounding effect on your health.